number of you guys out there watching this. Right now, at the moment, I have 9 people who say that they're watching. So, yeah, I got 2 likes. Only 2 likes. 11 people and only 2 likes. So, somebody's math is not working out. Okay, so here is the plan for the remainder of the week. Today is Tuesday. We will go over some of the worksheet from yesterday. And I believe this is the one that we did yesterday, okay? Or at least that I posted up on Google Classroom, all right? So we'll do a couple of these. I don't want to do the whole thing. I know how to do it. Yeah, I think you get the right idea. So anyway, we'll do a couple of these guys, and then after that, we will kind of give time for questions and go from there. Now we're down to 5 people. It went from 11 to 5 like that. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, so today is just some, what do you call it? Clarification. Maybe step it up a little bit in the more difficult questions. And then there's a worksheet posted on Google Classroom for the stuff that we did today, okay? And that'll all be explained. Tomorrow is a breather day, meaning tomorrow's Q&A live stream will go for as long as I get questions. And that's that, okay? If I don't get any questions, I'm just going to, turn it off. Anyway, Thursday. We've been doing these things at 10 a.m. Thursday, I have a department meeting through this thing online at 10 a.m. So we're going to have to move Thursday's class to, like, let's say 11:15 or so. And that will be in the Google Classroom, all right? The time and all that stuff, just like we've been doing. I'll put the time in the Google Classroom. So that's that, all right? So 10 a.m. today, 10 a.m. tomorrow, 11:15-ish on Thursday, and then back to 10 a.m. on Friday. So today, new stuff. Tomorrow, Q&A review. Thursday, new stuff. Now, I'm toying with the idea of having a quiz on the Google Classroom early next week, okay? Depending on where we end up on Thursday and Friday's class, we'll see how that goes. But you will probably have a quiz early next week just to kind of get everybody to get a grade and put some accountability on this. You should be trying all these worksheets on your own and then coming back the next day for this video to get some clarification. Now, if you're watching this video right now, say hi so I know who I'm talking to. Just give me a heads up of who's attending these things. In my other class, I've had the same 2 people show up every day. And that count has gone up to like 3 or 4, but those other people have never really commented. So I'm getting consistent, same 2 people in my other class. And I hope it doesn't, hey, Matt, what's up? So, Matt, you've been here almost every day, too, as far as I can tell. All right, let's go to this worksheet that I put on Google yesterday. All right. Zach, what's up? Okay, let's do a couple of these. I'm not going to go nuts and do all of them. Okay, that's, like I said, nuts. Let's see if I can get this zoomed in so everybody can read it. Basically, I have a USB webcam up on like a, I'll show you my setup one day, up on a mic stand like this one. I have another mic stand just like that, and so it allows me to move things around. And I have the camera just kind of, hanging off of that. Anyway, let's... Okay, so we got Matt, Zach, Cynthia, Nicole, Annalie, and McKenna. All right, there's more people here. Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, here we go. You guys are all right. Anyway, let's do the first one, okay? It says find the volume. Now, yesterday, if you remember, we talked about the volume of, what do you call it? The volume of a mole is what we were discussing. All right, so we started this whole unit by talking about this thing here, the mole roadmap. And we did the mass, we did the representative, wow. We did the mass and the representative particle. What's up, Nicole? Ask your question at any time. And then yesterday we talked about the volume of the mole, and we said that 1 mole of any gas is 22.4 liters. And then we gave you the conversion factors that go along with that. So that's that, okay? So you're going to use that 22.4 for this worksheet. Nicole, of course it was you who had to ask that question. Oh, man. All right, here we go. Let's get the elephant in the room addressed. We have following week, and then we don't have class until the following Monday. So that means you will not see any of these videos. You will not get any more worksheets or anything like that. So when I said that you'll have a quiz next week, I misspoke. It will be the following week when we come back from spring break. I might even post a quiz on Thursday, and you'll have all of a spring break to do it. I might do something like that. We'll see. I'll have to decide. But we need to get a quiz shortly. Emily, how are you? We got to get these quizzes. Basically, I want to have something that you guys are accountable for before we go away on spring break. Okay? Nicole, does that make sense? All right, I can't help it but make fun of you. Anyway, 10 people, only 3 likes. What is wrong with you people? Anyway, let's go back to this thing, okay? Here we go. So we're going to do number 1 and then a couple others. So you're going to have to use that 22.4. Zach, I agree. This does deserve a like. I don't know why I only have 3 of them. Now I'm up to 6. Just like I watched it change from 3 to 6. Excellent. All right, anyway, number 1, letter A. Or letter 1, number A. Let's see what we got. 4.5 moles of H2. Now, that's hydrogen gas. It does also say in the question that these are all gases. It says assume that they're at STP. We mentioned that yesterday. Doesn't really matter. All right, so 4.5 moles. Is that very blurry? You guys having a hard time figuring out what that says? Thank you, Emily. It's the biggest compliment anyone's ever given me. Anyway, 4.5 moles of H2. I want to know the volume. It says find the volume. All right, so let's get rid of moles. Well, the volume is going to be 22.4 liters for every 1 mole. There you go. That's all you got to do. It doesn't give you a specific unit it's looking for or anything like that. It just says find the volume. So we can get the liters and be done. Or you can continue on, if you prefer, to any unit you like. But that is the step that we just did. You need to do this step here in order to get to the volume. Any volume. All right, let's do letter B is a good one. It says 56 grams of O2. And we want the volume. Okay, now normally you could use the density, but we don't have the density. All right, so Zach says it's blurry, but it's readable still. Yeah, I gotta figure that out. This my cheapo webcam. I got a bunch of stuff set up. You know what? For tomorrow, I'll show you guys what I'm working with here. All right. So anyway, that'll be part of tomorrow's Q&A. All right. So we got 56.0 or 56.0 grams. We want the volume. Well, we can't go right to volume, but we can get the moles. So if you're ever unsure what to do, just go to moles, and in the final step or the remaining steps will be getting you to the correct unit. Get the moles and then the right unit after that. Well, how many grams per mole? Well, we got to go to the periodic table. Each oxygen is like 16. It's really 15.999, whatever. But we're going to round it to 16. Now, I have 2 of them, so I'm going to make that 32. On a quiz and a test, you guys would not use 32. You would use like 31.999, whatever it is. Okay, so you add it up, you get the calculator, you put it in. That's what you use. I'm rounding to make this a little easier. Now that we're in moles, the last step would be get rid of moles, go to liters. And again, if you want to continue on to milliliters or whatever, you can do that. That's for this question, that's your option. But it just says volume, so I'm going to stop there. So that's that. Let's go down to number 2, where it says find the molecules in the problems below. Yeah, there it is, right? Number 2. Find the molecules in the problems below. Okay, let's do number A. 500 moles of Cl2. Now, it's only 1 sig fig, so we have to be aware of that. Let's get rid of moles. And we go to representative particle. In this particular case, chlorine is a molecular compound, so we are going right to molecules in one step. 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd molecule. All right. Sometimes you'll have a situation where it says find the molecules, but the representative particle isn't in molecules. Or in reality, more likely, it'll say find the atoms when the rep particle is formula units or representative particle. Computer's bugging out. All right, the rep particle of F2 is, in fact, molecules. So that's all you would need to do for that particular question. All right, not terribly difficult, but, you know, it's working out okay. What is this thing saying? I've never worked a Mac before, but I hate Windows that it's always like these dopey little notifications. You need to update this. You need to turn this, whatever. Just go away. Okay, let's see. Let's do number 3. Let's look at, where are we at? 3. Let's do A, okay? Hopefully you guys are following along with this. I'm not, like I said, doing them all. I'm just doing a sample. So 9.0 times 10 to the 17th molecules. And that's of helium. We want to find the mass. All right. Let's cancel out molecules. 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd molecules. And that'll get us to 1 mole. Remember, the top and the bottom got to equal each other for this to work. Then from there, we cancel out moles, and we go to mass. All right? This will find us the number of grams. And if I remember right, I think a rounded mass, excuse me, a rounded mass for helium should be 4. So you do that math, you get your answer. Now, word of advice, when you do a question like this or any question involving Avogadro's number, make sure you put stuff that's in scientific notation in parentheses in your calculator. That will save you a lot of potential mistakes and prevent problems from happening. All right, so just stick with that. Now, the next page, let's do 1 or 2 from this page, and then we'll move on with our very short lesson from today. Okay. All right. Let's see. Find the moles. Do we want to do that one? This is a good problem, okay? Let's do number 4. It says find the moles of hydrogen in the problems below. So it says we have 4 moles of CH4. All right? So here's what we got. 4 moles of CH4. We want to know the number of moles of just hydrogen. This is a unique perspective of moles. But here we go. 1 mole of CH4. All right? The top should be 4 moles of H. Now, where did I get that? Well, there's a 4 here for hydrogen. So for every 1 mole of this, you have 4 moles of H. Another way to look at it is you have 1 mole of carbon in 1 mole of CH4 because there's only a 1 there. Then you would do that and you would get 16 moles of H, but you would round that with sig figs to 20. Okay? And then you can do that for any of these issues up here. Not that difficult. Just convert it to moles, and then you would use a similar conversion factor like I did here. Okay, and then these are kind of like a free-for-all, these last couple questions. Let's do C, because it's the first one I made eye contact with. Calculate the number of molecules in 17.0 liters of oxygen gas. So we're doing C. 17.0 liters of O2. Oh, sorry, guys. All right. I want molecules, right? So let's get rid of liters. 22.4 liters, 1 mole. Get rid of moles. Do 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd molecules. All right, so that's how you would set that particular question up. All right, I hope that makes sense as a very, very quick review. Now, sorry, if I go back to this thing, remember this guy, the mole roadmap that we were talking about? You now have the ability to convert any leg, 1, 2, 3, to any other leg. All right, you've gone through all the major conversion factors for this particular unit, and it's not all that hard, but it can be very tricky. So here's what I want you to do, okay? I'm going to kind of stall for a few minutes, and I'm going to give you an opportunity to ask specific questions, hopefully more pertinent to chemistry than Nicole's question. But I will answer any questions regarding the material, okay? And in the meantime, I'm going to bring this to a close in a moment. And your job today is to go to the Google Classroom, bring up the new worksheet that's attached to today's announcement, and give that worksheet a try. Tomorrow we will do just a Q&A at 10 a.m. And if you guys don't have any questions, I'll go back to living my life here at home. Thursday, we will do new stuff, okay? And Friday, I will probably put a quiz up on Google for you. And then you'll have all spring break to throw it together. It won't be incredibly long. It'll probably be just a handful of questions, just so you have some accountability for what we've done so far moving forward. Does that make sense? All right, so no questions? No questions at all? It's been a moment. All right, well, there are 7 of you people still logged into this, and you're probably wondering why you still are in. It's been almost 17 minutes that we've been live. So here's what I want you to do. For those of you who decided to watch this all the way to the end, now there's only 5. For those of you who only watched to the end, you have an extra credit opportunity, okay? I'm going to give you a few moments to go to the Google Classroom. Matt, I'll answer your question in a moment. I'll use that as a stall tactic. I want you to go to the Google Classroom, and under the announcement for today's video and assignment, I want you to list your favorite food, okay? And I'm going to give you a few moments to do that, and it's not going to be something that you'll have forever to do, but I want you to be able to do it to acknowledge those people who keep coming to this thing. So leave a comment of your favorite food for an extra credit opportunity. This is corny. This is very corny. Jeez, very corny. But we are going to attempt to confuse the people who decide not to participate what we're doing, right? I got kids who I haven't seen or heard from since the beginning this whole thing started. So that's that. I'm going to answer Matt's question. Once I'm finished answering Matt's question, I will then close out the comment section for that, okay, and not allow anyone else to get extra credit. So far, no one has said, oh, mac and cheese is a good choice. Sushi, excellent. Zach, I think you're in the lead, though, with lasagna. Okay, that would be my vote as well. Sushi's a good one. Ooh, because there's so much variety of sushi. Had mac and cheese last night. Homemade mac and cheese. Not that blue and yellow box nonsense. Anyway, okay, Matt, on to your question while we get a couple more people with extra credit here. Your question says, so the number of moles times atom in Y molecule is the amount of atoms in that molecule. All right, let's go back to the document here. All right, let's use this particular question that we just did. It was 5C. All right, I'm going to use this as an example to answer your question, Matt, and let me know if this does or not, okay? All right, so let's say I adjust this question, and it says calculate the number of atoms, okay? Well, you have to do all this same work to get the molecules first, okay? Now, you got O2. So what you would do is you would just times this by another conversion factor. 1 molecule is equal to 2 atoms. For this question, each question is going to be different because each formula is different. All right. So Matt, I hope that did it for you. All right. Let me know if you're on board now, because I think that's what your comment was saying. Let's see. What would be my favorite food? I would definitely probably lean towards like a pizza or cheesesteak or something. Crispy pretzel, chicken fries at Matt, coming through again. All right. Annalise got 2 mac and cheese or steak and potatoes. Oh, or Chick-fil-A nuggets. Annalise, I had no idea. Anyway, steak is a good choice. I'm waiting for Matt to let me know if that made sense or not. So, Matt, I hope my little explanation just now did the trick for you. Let me know. Anyway, we are going to be closing this out in a moment. I'm going to at least shut down the comment section because I got 8 people watching and I got 8 comments on the Google. So I'm going to close that down, not allow anyone else to get that opportunity because you guys sat through this whole thing. While I close that down, Matt, if you are still around and you are good, let me know. Comment section has been closed for this post. All right. Thank you, Matt, for the confirmation. This is an unusual situation that we have here as teachers and students. I don't get to see you guys at all. It's weird. So, yeah, tomorrow will just be a regular Q&A. Nothing fancy, nothing new. Try the worksheet, okay? Try the worksheet, and then we will answer questions about that. Thursday, new stuff. Last new stuff before the long break. And then Friday, I'll put up a quiz. All right? All right, guys. Thank you for participating, and I will talk to you again tomorrow, and hopefully we are all on the same page. All right, guys. See you then. Thanks.